In tonight's Health Connection, we are taking on the topic of traveling with an Alzheimer's patient. Now, joining me now is Deb Savage with Comfort Keepers. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for asking me.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it would seem that many family caregivers, they'd be pretty apprehensive about this topic and actually traveling. Do you find that to be true?
Sometimes it is. The biggest fear is how the environment changes and the impact of the environment with the Alzheimer's or even dementia family member. Trying to keep to a normal routine as much as possible is important. Like when they get up, getting them showered, getting them to bed, as well as their eating times. If we can alleviate from changing that too drastically, then things seem to be a little bit more in routine.
Sure. What other tips do you have for traveling, as far as things you need to bring, or just that sort of thing?
I would suggest to keep a couple of items that are close to them as the Alzheimer's or dementia family member. Maybe the same clothes, because it makes them feel as though they're home and things like that, as well as maybe a favorite pillow for them to rest on.
Okay.
And a couple of tips to remember is, because it's a new environment, especially at the evening and bedtime hour, securing the bedroom door might be important, especially in a hotel. Mm-hmm. It's a new environment, so they might get up and be more confused. So you have to, be aware of that. As well as making sure that they're, like I said, the eating plan is very close. And sometimes the additional new people in there that they may be seeing, if it's a wedding or something like that, or noise from a family gathering and things like that, you may have to take them out to like a quiet room or maybe even for a little walk to kind of alleviate some of the anxiety that way.
Sure, that makes sense. Well, so what are some of the biggest challenges that folks often have in traveling like this?
Well, sometimes, especially if they're with a family member, it's making sure that you have like snacks and beverages for them. To make sure that they're not going to get dehydrated and things like that, as well as even
well, it's okay, but it sounds like a good plan. Basically,
absolutely.
To have a really good
plan
in place.
Yeah.
And again, as you mentioned, kind of sticking to that routine.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure a lot of folks have a lot of questions for you tonight. So Deb is actually going to be on our website, fox21news.com, for our live chat. It starts at 7 o'clock. There'll be a red banner at the top of the screen. When you log on to our website, you click on that banner, and Deb will field your questions if there's something that I missed or you have additional questions.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks.
All right, very good.